Hi, it's Maggie the Irish Gypsy here to bring you your November 2018 general reading. Thank you so much for joining us here today and welcome to any newcomers. As always, thank you for those of you who continue to follow my channel and for all your feedback and comments, subscribes and likes and shares. And always thank you to all of my clients out there, both regular and new, for reaching out for those personal readings and keeping me so busy. It's an honor and a pleasure. Thank you. If any of you are interested in a personal one-on-one reading with me and you haven't read with me before, or you've forgotten the information, you can get more info and my contact details by going to my YouTube channel's homepage and clicking on that little About button, or you can click on the description bar of any of the videos I post. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be delighted to work with you. Turnaround time for readings, live or recorded, is pretty quick because I do readings full-time 5 to 6 days a week. And I work pretty diligently with your schedule at getting you your reading as quickly as possible. And I can usually respond within the first 24 hours of your initial inquiry. So if you're interested, send me an email and we'll go from there. I do a wide variety of readings in all areas of life. So let's move right into this. This reading is for the Earth sign of Virgo for the month of November 2018. If you know your rising and your moon sign, watch those videos as well. Can bring additional clarification. General readings, there's so many of you watching, so they always resonate a little differently for everybody. All right, Virgo, let's see what November has in store for you. We begin with the Ace of Pentacles, followed by the Page of Pentacles. Next to that, we have the Five of Wands, followed by the Fool. We have the Ace of Wands, followed by the Hermit, and we have the Two of Pentacles, followed by the Ten of Cups, and from the bottom of the deck, your overall energy and focus for the month is the Lovers. So Taurus, you have a lot of blessed new beginning energy in your spread. It looks like significant decisions going to have to be made about that new beginning or the opportunity or potential for a new beginning. Your crowning card from the bottom of the deck, representing overall focus, energy, and guidance for the month, is the Lovers, which can represent a significant soulmate or romantic relationship, boyfriend, girlfriend, husband, wife. It can represent, it fundamentally represents needing to make a significant choice. Now that choice may that choice may be about a significant or primary relationship in your life, or it may be a choice of a different kind that will affect the primary or significant relationship in your life. In the early tarot decks, this was not called the Lovers, it was called the Choice, and it showed a man standing in front of two women or two women standing in front of a man, the implication being that a choice needed to be made that was going to significantly affect the lives of everybody involved. Not to say that you know, if this is resonating for you as a romance relationship reading, it's not to say that you're choosing between two people, or somebody else is choosing between you and somebody else, although it might be the case. I'm not really getting too much of that, but it could be the case. But a choice needs to be made that's going to affect a significant or primary relationship. Now we begin with the Ace of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles. I am recording these in the last few days of October. So aces represent the number one, so they always represent a new beginning, a new path, or the opportunity for a new beginning. This is Pentacles, the Ace of Pentacles. Pentacles is earth energy, and in the tarot, this is usually energy that reflects in the tangible areas of our life. Often it can be about money, finance, property, real estate, assets, job, etc. The tangible things that we can see and touch and feel, or the tangible results of our efforts in other areas of our life. So these are tangible new beginnings, a new beginning which will likely have an impact in your day-to-day practical life. Sometimes the Ace of Pentacles comes up for moving, relocating, starting a new job, or a combination of all of those. It can sometimes also represent receiving a sum of money or resources which enable you to have a practical or tangible new start, and that money or resources might be unexpected, like an unexpected blessing or gift that comes in. Now, it's accompanied and clarified by the Page of Pentacles, so more earth energy here. Pages are just starting out. They can represent student or apprenticeships. They can represent, they always represent being at the introductory start of something because pages are just starting out. They can also represent messages or messengers or messages. So for some of you, it might be a message coming in. With this maybe unexpected news or money or resources of some kind, or perhaps about moving, relocating, renovating, starting a new job, etc. For some of you it might be that, which requires a choice being made in regards to home and family, for those of you who have home and family to consider as well. The Page of Pentacles can represent just starting out. The Page of Pentacles is at the beginning of his path. He's just beginning to come to a deeper understanding and awareness of how things work in a practical way, how things go together. You could compare him maybe to somebody who's gone through school, high school, and college, and he's moved out, and now he's just beginning to kind of get what it's like to kind of live and work in the day-to-day world and pay rent or mortgage and other bills and car payments and all that kind of thing. Just kind of being at the beginning of understanding how things actually come together. So some of you might be moving, relocating, starting a new job, renovating a home. You might be starting a new project of some kind. I feel like some of you are going to be getting maybe some unexpected or even expected money or resources to enable that to happen. You might be getting messages about that too at the end of October, beginning of November. But it does appear to cause some conflict because next we have the Five of Wands and the Fool. I'm not laughing at you, Taurus. Well, I am, but not in a negative way. I'm just more laughing at the energy of the spread. Because it looks like some beautiful blessings come in and then people are arguing about what to do with them. That's what it kind of feels like. So the Five of Wands can represent conflict, internal conflict or external conflict, although most internal conflict tends to bleed out somehow in our external relationships and vice versa. But it's rather petty conflict, meaning that it's not about something that's really important in the big scheme of things. You can see that the men in this circle are sparring. They're using practice weapons, not real weapons. They're not out to kill each other. They're sparring for the purposes of becoming better, or just, they're just sparring with each other. It can represent competitive energy as well. But nobody's willing to compromise or negotiate. Nobody's willing to give an inch if it's conflict with another person or other people. So nobody wins and nobody loses, but there's no clear resolution either. It can represent circular fighting, like fighting over the same thing over and over again, just going around and around in a circle. In a work environment, it can represent petty gossip, rumor mongering, that sort of thing. It's conflict and it may feel important in the midst of it, but when you take a step back and look at the big picture, it's not really that important. Now, what's that about? It's clarified and accompanied by the Fool, my favorite card, major arcana card in the tarot deck. The Fool also is just starting out, and he is also right next to the Page, who is just starting out. The Fool is about basically the breath before the first step. It's about potential and possibility. Because the Fool is at the 0, first major arcana card in the deck. All the cards that follow him are about the Fool's journey through life, which is our journey through life and how we grow and change and evolve and all of that. So he's just starting out. And he's looking at the promise and the potential. This is the energy after an ending and right before a new beginning, where you're looking at that new beginning and you're looking at the potential and possibility of what might be, what could be. The Fool is all about blazing his own trail, so it can be about stepping out of your comfort zone, doing something risky, doing something for the first time or something you've never done before. He's all about, anything is possible, everything is possible, because he's just starting out. He's just getting ready to take that first step. So it's clarifying this conflict. So I mean, it looks like there's new beginnings of some kind, exciting new beginnings, tangible new beginnings, but there's some kind of conflict perhaps about what to do with it, or what direction to take it in, or what the real potential or promise of this new beginning is, and how to do it. It's like not everybody's on board with it or doing, it's like not everybody can agree on either what they're going to do with this new beginning or new opportunity, or the way that they're going to take advantage of this new offer or opportunity. And so people are kind of arguing back and forth. That's what it feels like to me. Now next to that we have the Ace of Wands and the Hermit. So the Ace of Wands, another ace, another new beginning here, although I feel like it's connected with the Ace of Pentacles, the same new beginning. This is Wands energy, which is fire, so it's creative, it's artistic, it's very action oriented and forward moving. It's an exciting new beginning. It's a new beginning which carries the feeling and energy of passion and excitement and enthusiasm and creativity, and it's very action oriented. Now it's clarified by the Hermit, which is a card about perhaps taking a step back to reflect and contemplate, because that's what hermits do. I mean, what do hermits do? Hermits, monks, monastics, they withdraw from the distractions of conventional society. Why do they do this? They do this in order to seek out insight, wisdom, advice. They go and contemplate, and they kind of withdraw a bit because they don't want the distractions, conventional distractions around them, to divert their attention, because they're trying to find a way to gain wisdom or an answer or a solution to help guide them through something. The light of this lantern this hermit is using is this accumulation of the result of his contemplation, his life's experience, which he's using to guide him to find his way. So it looks like many of you, maybe around the middle or the third week or so, and of course time is always fluid, never more so than a general reading, so it could be a little earlier or a little later for some of you. But this, I feel like it is a step back, not in a bad way. I feel like a lot of you, maybe there's this conflict about how to start something new, or where you're going with it, or even what the objective is. And you're taking a step back by yourself to kind of contemplate this, or it's advice for you to take a step back and kind of think about this new beginning. It's exciting, it's a new opportunity, it's a new start. But I think, after going maybe around and around with another person or other people around it, this could be at work as well. But remember, there is a significant influence or impact on a primary relationship in your life. So you're taking a step back, or need to take a step back, to kind of really think about this. What is the best way to go about this? What's the best way to start it? What is the best goal? How do I get this done? Kind of taking your own energy, and using your own, the accumulation of your own life's experience so far, to kind of figure a way out of this. Well, not out of it, what to do actually in moving forward, kind of on your own. And it may be a short time period where you may go away to think about it for a little bit. You may just not being socially active, may be a little withdrawn while you're doing this. Now, at or towards the end of November 2018, we have the Two of Pentacles and the Two of Cups. So the Two of Pentacles is a card that can represent juggling. Twos can represent duality, being at a crossroads, needing to make a choice, maybe trying to choose between one thing or the other or another. It does look like a choice is on the table, at least at the beginning of the month. It can be a card that represents being quite busy, juggling a lot of things too, or using unorthodox methods to kind of keep everything in the air. So some of you may be doing that towards the end of the month. It's clarified by the Ten of Cups. Tens represent cycles ending in the tarot, or coming to a completion phase, or coming together after a lot of work or a long time. Cups is water energy, and in the tarot this is the energy of the heart, so it can represent our emotions, our feelings, that landscape. It's also the area of our life that deals with relationships as well. This is a beautiful energy. It's often called the happily ever after card, the happy home card. There is a strong connection to home and family with this card. It can represent marriage, blessings, children, childbirth, a real sense of peace and contentment and harmony, particularly with home and family, kind of a feeling that everything's finally come together, and you're feeling very fulfilled and very content and harmonious. So it could be, Virgo, that at the end of the month, You may have made a decision about something. You may be juggling two things, but it all looks like it's about home and family. I mean, it may have something to do with starting a new job or moving or relocating or renovating or buying a new home or something of that sort. I feel like it's connected to your living environment for a lot of you, which of course would affect any significant or primary relationship that you're in, or any family that you have as well. I feel like even if a specific decision, a definitive decision, hasn't been reached by the end of the month, I feel like you're juggling things successfully. Um, or you still may be kind of considering what is the best thing to do for the stability and happiness of your home and family, whatever that might mean to you. I'm actually going to pull a final guidance and advice card here. Virgo, November 2018 advice. And we have the Three of Pentacles as overall guidance and advice for the month of November 2018. So this is a card about teamwork. It's a card about compromise and negotiation, which is what you need to do to get out of the circular conflict here. It's about teamwork. It's about everybody kind of agreeing on what needs to be done, the primary thing that needs to be accomplished, which is about prioritizing. What's the most important thing here, and letting go of everything else. That's what the nature of compromise and negotiation is. Everybody gets a little bit of what they want, and everybody gets to have a say. So that's how to kind of transition out of any conflict energy that might be occurring for you, Virgo, during the month of November 2018. Keep that in mind. Everybody kind of gets a say, a vote, and compromise and negotiation is how to kind of work together to kind of resolve the conflict, because whatever the new beginning or new opportunity is looks really good. Okay, Virgo, so that pretty much wraps up your November 2018 general reading. I hope you enjoyed it and found it helpful. Again, if any of you are interested in a more personal one-on-one reading with me, you can go to my YouTube channel's homepage and click on that little About button, or you can click on the description bar of any of the videos I post. Turnaround time for personal readings is pretty fast. Please feel free to email me directly at maggie1mcguire@gmail.com. I'd be most happy to work with you. I do love and romance, of course, relationship compatibility charts, reconciliation potential. I do career work and finance, as well as investment readings, and I do 6 and 12-month overviews, which are always pretty popular in the last couple of months of the year, as we're transitioning out of an old year and into a new one. It takes a look, it's a pretty intensive spread that takes a look at what's coming in all the main areas of your life over a 6 or 12-month period, depending on how far ahead you want to look. And it's a pretty in-depth look at what's coming. And you can do it any time of the year, but it seems to be more prevalent towards the end of the year, as well as the gift readings. A lot of people like to give the gift of personal readings for friends and family and loved ones during the holiday season, so something else to consider as well. You can also find me on the smartphone app Instantgo under Irish Gypsy, and that link is also provided. And that's good for quick answers to the quick, easy questions. So I will see you all again, Virgo, in a couple of weeks for the November 2018 mid-month readings. And until then, as always, I wish you joy, peace, blessings, and a happy life. And I hope to see you back here again soon. Bye-bye.